Hello, my courageous Cancer, and welcome to your weekend and weekly energy reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, check out your monthly reading and your love bonus that are up on the channel if you haven't had a chance to do so, please. However, if you do enjoy this, please do like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff, and please remember to turn on your notifications because next week we are going to do moon readings, and this is a big moon month. We have a rare hybrid eclipse coming from a full moon situation that is pretty rare, so something to see. So if you're feeling some energy shifts lately and you're wondering what's going on, that's probably what's happening. So you won't want to miss your moon readings to see what kind of excitement might be coming your way. But let's go ahead and get started on this one. We don't do reversal, so we'll just get right at it. Alrighty, so what we have here, let's see what we got. All right, so we have the Two of Cups. All right, so either you have recently met someone and are starting a new relationship, or you possibly are interested in someone and it's going to be starting very soon to be moving in the direction of a relationship, I see. Also, if you happen to be in a relationship, I feel like it is going to be kind of flourishing, moving forward, going in a positive trajectory. So positive things there. So I do see that that's going to be positive love-wise, relationship-wise between you and another. So depending on where you are in that process, whether you are just kind of starting something new, just kind of thinking about approaching somebody or they're thinking about approaching you, or whether you are in a relationship, all good things seem to be moving forward with that. This is further confirmed with this Eight of Wands. So here I'm seeing a moving forward. So that is a moving forward in a positive direction. Again, I just feel like that relationship is going to be taking off. So if this is something where you've been kind of questioning, should I say anything to this person? This is somebody I've really kind of been having my eye on. Should I say anything? Should I ask them out? Is this the time? What kind of, should I drop a hint? Or if you've been dropping hints and they've been falling on deaf ears, maybe this person needs a whack over the head. Maybe the hints are just not catching. And you need to just be like, hey, here's what's up. Because I do feel like you both feel the same way. Okay. So I do feel like you will get it moving forward as long as you take the steps to do so. Now, if they approach you, obviously, I think that you are already kind of prepared for that, ready for that, hoping for that. So I do think that's a great thing. And if you are somebody who's in a relationship, I do see things kind of moving forward. If it's something that you feel like's kind of been stagnant as of late, now may be the time to have that talk again, if something that you're wanting to move forward a little bit more. So maybe revisit that conversation of next level, putting the, kind of exclusivity on it, or moving in together, or engagement, or marriage, or kids, or whatever your next step may be, because I feel like everything about this is telling me that you are just lined up for this relationship to just take off, move in a positive direction. Okay. So, if you are not a person who normally would ever approach somebody, you might be one to drop a hint. You may not even be one to drop a hint, but even if you are, kind of innocent flirting around the office or this or that, but you're just not the person to ever, say something kind of bold or ask someone for coffee or something like that. Go for it, honestly, because this is telling me that you are going to get what you want if you do. I feel like the answer is going to be a resounding yes, and this person may very well be just as shy or just as interested and maybe don't know that you're interested because they just may not be catching on. They may just be oblivious, or maybe they just think you're friendly and a nice person and they just don't want to, overstep. It could be any of those things. Because your final card here is the Star card. And everything about this reading is just screaming success in this relationship and moving forward in the way that you want it to. So I don't care if this is something where you've been like, I've been wanting this person to pay attention to me forever. bam, it's going to happen. Or if this is something where you've been like, we've been kind of seeing each other off and on, but it's just not really going anywhere, it's going to start going somewhere. Okay. Now that's not to say that you might not have to play your part. Okay. You might have to say, I would like this to go somewhere. Or could we have a conversation about maybe moving this forward? I'm not saying that it's going to magically happen. Things do take work. All relationships take work. I know that, but I feel like if you want this to happen and you don't mind, maybe mentioning it or putting in the work or saying something, maybe coming out of your comfort zone, I think it will pay off in a multitude of ways for you. So I do feel like you are going to be thrilled with the way it pays off. So let's jump in here with your challenge card, because of course there's always a challenge, unfortunately. So let's grab a challenge card and see, and hopefully it's something very, very minimal. For some of you, before I even draw this card, I feel like it's going to be you. You're going to be your own challenge, because I feel like for some of you, you do not like to come out of your comfort zone. You do not like to have that talk. You do not like to approach people. You would rather spend 10 years dropping a hint than saying what you want. And unfortunately, you may just have another person who needs a club over the head with a frying pan to get the gist. But they absolutely want what you want. So you may be your own worst enemy in this regard, but I could be wrong. Let's see what your challenge card is. The Chariot. Wow. Okay. So you moving it forward is the challenge. Gee, I didn't see that coming. So I think that the challenge here, again, I do feel like I said, I feel like this is, especially coming on your moving forward card, your challenge to moving forward is you moving forward. So I feel like for some of you, this is just the situation. It is you are either skeptical or hesitant. Okay. But for some of you, it's just that you don't want to have that conversation. Maybe you've already had the conversation at one point, okay, and it didn't go the way you liked, and so you're kind of jilted. But things have so changed since then, okay? People have changed, you've changed, situations have changed, times changed, whatever, and it's okay. It's okay. It's like, it's okay for you to love. It's okay for you to move forward. It's okay for you to address this. You're a different place, different person, different thing, so revisit it, because I do feel like you're going to love the outcome. I truly believe that. Okay. So I do feel like your challenge card is really you, maybe making the effort, making that forward step to make this happen, taking control in a way that maybe you feel like, this is not my place, or you're stuck in that kind of old-fashioned sense. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with an old-fashioned chivalrous type of, relationship where you feel like, especially, gender's neutral in tarot, but I know for some of you, if you feel like you're a female and you feel like the male should be making all the moves, or vice versa, however you see things in your way, you may feel like, well, this just isn't my place to bring this up again, or for the first time, or this isn't my place to ask them out. This isn't a Sadie Hawkins dance or whatever they had back, in the day where the, women asked the men out or whatever. But you know what? This is also 2023 and you can do what you want. So, if you want it, you're going to have to take that Chariot and move it forward. Okay. Because I think you're going to both find out that it is what you both want. It just takes one of you to propel that. Okay. And it's going to work out fantastically for you. Okay. But you have to get over that hump. You have to get over yourself. And that's not to be mean, just over your shyness or your preconceived notion of how things should be, or, your, stubbornness for some of you. And I would be more inclined to be that person. So I'm not being harsh by saying that, but again, so I do feel like though, that is going to be your biggest challenge. Now, for some of you, it could be the other person too. Or a situational thing. It could be something where, again, you guys are all ready to move forward. All of you are, both of you, male, female, the whole thing is good to go, ready to move forward. But it's a situational challenge to move forward. So it's a logistics. This is possible for some of you, okay? So you've discussed it, you're ready to move forward, everything's great to go, but there's a logistical issue with you moving forward. Maybe, you know, one of you still kind of tied to a situationship or relationship that you're trying to get out of. And so, you know, moving forward quite yet is just not going to happen just yet. It's coming, you know, you can do it, you know, you want to do it, but you have to release, or they have to release first a relationship that's not fruitful. Or it could be something where, you know, you're finalizing a divorce, or it could be something where, you know, in order to be together and move a relationship, if you're already in a set relationship and you're wanting to move to a much higher level, like moving in together, engagement, those kinds of things. Again, logistics come a lot into that, you know, buying a house, selling a house, you know, moving, different situations. So this could be that for some of you, okay? That could be it for, you know, just could be a logistical issue for some of you, but as long as the emotional part is there and you're all together and you're all on board, this is just more a waiting thing for you. So I don't think that's anything major. I think you'll get through that in no big problem. You just may have to put the brakes on for just a second. Your chariot may not be able to quite roll forward as fast as perhaps you would like. But again, the more effort you put in, the faster you're going to get what you want. And I think that's the same for either type of situation, whether it's because you don't want to, you know, ask somebody the question you want to ask, or if it's because you are trying to get there and there's a logistical block. The more effort you put in, the quicker you're going to get what you want. So again, the more you put driving that chariot forward, the better for you. So this is the psychic deck. Let's see what we can get on that Two of Cups here. We have third eye chakra. Okay, so you see this person, you can see it, you know, in your soul, in your, you know, your third eye, your vision, your spiritual knowledge, everything about it, and, you know, in a higher level, higher plane, higher vibrations, everything about it is telling you that this is the person for you. It's right for you. So whether you're in a relationship that you're trying to get out of, they're in a relationship they're trying to get out of, no matter what your situation, you know that this is what you've wanted, this is what you have wanted, and you're going to want. And so it's a good fit, okay? It's a good fit, and it's a good movement forward. So third eye chakra is blinging, 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 ready? It's like, hey, bells are going off, right? This is good. This is fantastic. You know this, you already know it. And it's coming for you. There's no problem. I think you both feel the same way. I think you are both giving out the same vibrations. I think you're on the same plane. I think you're on the same vibrational platitude there, or platitude. Wow. You know, atmosphere there where you guys are kind of in sync, but you have to just kind of, you know, go through the motions more so. So let's go ahead and see what kind of thing we can pull out of. This is the Moon deck, and we are pulling this on the Eight of Wands and the Chariot. All right, assessing. And again, I do feel like this is just assessing the situation. So, I mean, ultimately, to move forward, you have to assess the situation, and you have to decide what you're willing to do and what you're not. Assess the situation. For some of you, like I said, this is assessing what you're willing to do, what you're not. Are you being stubborn? Are you being too tied to a conventional ideology where you feel like you don't want to do it because that's not how it's done? Are you being, you know, afraid? You know, is that all the reason you're not doing it is because, you know, you've had this conversation once before, a year ago or 6 months ago, and it didn't pan out? Well, you're different people now. Assess that. Assess the situation for what it is now, not what it was then, because I think you'll see that it's different. And for those of you who are totally on board with everything moving forward, but you're all logistical, assess the situation from a pragmatic, logistical standpoint. Make your list, figure it out, put yourself in a hardcore motion to move forward. And the more effort you put in, once you've assessed the situation, come up with a plan and put it into motion, the faster you're going to be able to get to this blissful ending that you ultimately want. That's the bottom line. So no matter what, you know, it's going to require you to assess either why you're not getting where you want so far, why you haven't gotten that movement that you need yet, why this is blocking you. Is it because you haven't taken the steps you want yet? Or is it because it's just a logistical block you've already decided together? But either way, assess what the problem is and solve it. You can do that. You absolutely can. Okay. That's not an issue. Get this out of the way. Move it so you can move forward to this. Okay. No problems. And let's pull a last psychic card here. Let's see what we've got for this stars, because I feel like you are going to be a star in this relationship. I feel like this is going to be your happy place. I feel like your third eye chakra already knew that. I feel like you already knew that on this level, on every level. You guys are in sync and it's fantastic. So let's see what we can do here. Your true tribe can't show up until you do. How can you show more of the real you? Okay. So again, I think this is something where, you know, I feel like you are the star. Okay. You're the star of the show. And ultimately, until you show yourself to this person, until you pull together, show yourself to this person. Okay. If you're of that situation where you're afraid to do a whole lot, you know, or put yourself out there for this person, you know, until you show your true self, this person's not going to maybe take you seriously or think that you are feeling the same way they're feeling. Okay. So you're going to have to assess the situation. What do you need to do? What are you willing to do, and do it? Okay. Now, for those of you, it's a logistical situation. Again, you're the star in the center, but it's surrounded by other stars, right? So if it's a logistical situation, call in your people, okay? Let them know, this is what I want. I want this person. I want to move forward with this person. I don't care if it's moving in with them. I don't care if it's an engagement. I don't care if it's a wedding. I don't care what it is you're trying to do. Assess what you need done pragmatically, logistically, and pull your people together. Let them know how you feel about this person. Pull your people together and they can help you get it done. They can be the stars surrounding you, giving you your help, okay? Assisting you. This is how you'll get it done, okay? So whatever it is you need, they will help you with that, because they can see the same as you can, that this is the person you want, the things you want. This is the life you want with this person. But it's all starting with this single person that you are coming together with, that you've either wanted to be with, you have started to be with recently, and it's kind of, you know, escalating, or you've been with for a while and just not gotten to a point that you're completely satisfied with. You're still on that forward trajectory, but not at the speed you want. So you can have everything you want. You just have to put yourself in a place where you are willing to make the effort. Okay. And if it's a logistical effort, put the logic together, call in the help. If it's a situation where you just need to step up and let it be known how you feel, what you want, and be bold, be strong, assess that. Assess what it is. Are you holding yourself back? Because if you are, you know, nobody can show up for you until you show up for yourself. You have to be yourself. You have to break out. Let it be known what you want. People can't give you what you want until you tell them. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, I hope this did resonate with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. And I hope to see you next week for your moon readings. Bye.